G'day everyone. Well, a few people have asked me what is my swarm prevention method. Now I just want to make this clear. This is my method that I use. It works for me. It's not the be all and end all. And there are many ways that you can create your own swarm prevention. In saying that as well, it's not 100%. So you must get into your hives, constantly check for any signs that the hive want to swarm, such as making queen cells. Okay, so we're in spring here in Victoria, Australia, and most people's hives are probably looking very similar. If they're not one big brood box, they might be one brood box and a small ideal super, or they may be one deep brood box and one deep super on there at the moment. So what I do to conduct swarm prevention, and this time of year the girls, you can see they're really busy, they're bringing in a lot of nectar, and there's a lot of young bees coming up through, and remember it's those young bees that are able to produce wax. So what I do is, down in the brood chamber, I have a look down here, and I have a look at our last frames, and I have a look at the second and the 7th frame, because this is a 8-frame box. Now if the 7th and the 2nd frame has brood on it and the outside frames don't have any brood, what I do is I remove the outside frames, I slide the 7th and 2nd frame to the outside, and where the position was of the 7th and 2nd frame, I put in 2 new frames. Okay, so about there, they're going in. Okay, these are drone frames. You don't have to use these. You can use any frame that's got a nice new sheet of foundation. You want to give your bees a bit of room or something to do, some stuff to build, keep them active, and they won't want to swarm. I'm using drone frames because I want these fully drawn out. So when we get the mite, which is going to come, my frames are ready to go. So in a couple of weeks I'll check these, and hopefully by then they're actually drawn out, but we'll see how they're going. When they do get drawn out, I'll take these 2 frames out and I'll put them up in my super. I will. So if you can just imagine that this is a deep box, I'd put them up in the super, and I'd put another 2 frames down in there as well, in that 2nd and 7th spot, and the cycle would continue. Okay, and I do that all the way through until I start to get into summer. By the end of it, I have a whole heap of really nice drawn out frames with good comb up in my honey supers, including the drone frames. They'll be up there collecting honey. I will. For me, about another couple of weeks I reckon, or October, I will start to put more supers on these hives. Now this just depends where you are and how much nectar your bees are bringing in, how much brood the queen's making. It all depends, but here the queens are going absolutely nuts, so I'll put another box on. Now when I put another box on, I don't just whack it up on top, okay? I put it in the middle, so this white box will be up on top and my new honey super will be in the middle. That way the bees have to come through the empty box into the actual super that's got honey in it to start filling those cells, and along the way some of the bees will dump their store into the cells here. Okay, other things that can help you prevent swarming is have good queens, okay, not old queens. If they're really old, your hive might want to supersede the queen. If your queens are unwell, they might want to supersede them. So I change my queens out A lot of people are going to freak out here, but at the end of the 2-year mark, so coming up to autumn, I will be putting new queens into my hive. Okay, nice new young queens in autumn. Yes, that's right. I do it then. Okay, so that's my swarm technique. I hope it helps you. Remember, even if you conduct this, get in there and have a look, because it doesn't guarantee that your bees won't swarm. All right, hope you all learned something. Hope you give it a go, and I hope you have success. I haven't had a swarm here for well over 3 years. All right, enjoy, Sticky Stumpers.